Hello and welcome to the floor of my studio. I know it sounds a bit strange, but there's a good reason for it. And the reason is in this box. Now this is a gaming chair from IKEA, and it's a gaming chair that costs only £45, which is a bargain. And instead of being one of those slightly shady Chinese pleather, fleather, whatever they're called, fake leather sort of things that have got loads of cushions, this is just a sort of relatively simple mesh backed chair that's designed for gaming. And this is the chair that James has chosen to have in his bedroom. So what I thought I'd do is get it out of the box and build it, and we can take a look at it and see what a £45 gaming chair is like. I mean, I sat in it in the store when it was all fully assembled and it was fine, so hopefully it's all okay. Now the problem is with this chair, I don't really know how to say its name. It's not a very easy to say name. It's a Huvudspelare. Huvudspelare. I'll put it on the screen. But yeah, Huvudspelare. This is a Huvudspelare chair. So yeah, I think what we'll do is get it out of the box and build it. It said, I had a little look at the instructions online and it said all you need is a screwdriver. So I have one of those. It also says don't use a knife to open the box. I'm going to use a screwdriver. So from memory, it's sort of red and black in colour. You know, typical gaming chair colours. But you know, I probably wouldn't say this is something that you're going to use if you're an actual streamer, gamer, who sat on their chair for hours upon hours. But for James, this is nice, I think. This is a cheap chair, should hopefully last him. And let's see what we have. Oh, that's interesting. They're actually brake unloaded casters. So when no one's sat on the chair, the casters don't move. So when you stand up, they won't roll away with you. I mean, you won't roll away on carpet anyway, but you know. What's this? Okay, so it's suitable for domestic use. So it probably has like the standard IKEA year guarantee, like their office use furniture has like a 5 or 10 year guarantee. So yeah, don't expect this to last forever. So here's the back. It's okay actually. It's got a sort of band here for lumbar support. That's the base of your back. It does have arms, and I think these are part of the arms. What else have we got? Oh, okay, so this is part of the 5-star base. You've got to build that up. Okay, so now we've got some nice red and black casters. Cool. This is the seat itself. It's quite a good sized seat. I mean, you know, it might not be for the larger gamer, but certainly for the smaller one, that's all right. What do we have here? I think these are armrests. A bag of bolts, we'll need those. And this is the gas lift. And then here, this is, I think they call this the yoke. So this is the bit that the seat bolts onto and the gas lift goes into. And you can height adjust it, and you can also have it so you can have tilt adjustment as well. And also it's got this, which is a tensioner. So if you're a lighter person, you won't have to put in as much effort to put it back. But if you're not so light, you can adjust it. And so, you know, yeah, basically it's designed for sort of small people and slightly bigger people. And then here, yeah, we've got the rest of the 5-star base. So let's move this box out of the way and start building the chair. Now there's lots of different sizes of bolts, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to sort them out into size order so I know which bolts are indeed which. Because they're all slightly different in size. So yeah, if you're building this, it's probably a good idea to do a little bit of planning ahead and getting your bolts all sorted. Yeah, I'm glad I'm sorting these out because they are a little bit complicated. They're all slightly different. Okay, so first job is to make our 5-star base. I will of course recycle all of this packaging where possible. Okay. It also said in the instructions that the casters on this are designed for soft floor, so carpet is ideal. I imagine the casters are a sort of standard size, so if you've got like a wooden floor, you might be able to get casters that are more suitable for that. Okay. It's just a case of putting these on. You don't have to watch all this. I'll be back in a second. There we go. So that is all pretty much done. The thing is with IKEA stuff, it is designed to be built by hand. So it would be a lot quicker to whiz these in with my drill and the appropriate head, but you can easily break these if you go a bit too hard. So it's just worth taking a little bit more time and doing it by hand. That's what she said. Next job, putting the casters in. Oh yeah, don't move really, but you put weight on them and then they do. That's pretty good. So casters are pretty easy. You just sort of put a bit of force on, make sure they're square, and they just pop on. And if you wanted to change the casters, like I said, then yeah, they just pull off just as easy. Perfect. This is coming together quite quickly. Looking a bit more chairy now. Right, next page. Okay, so we've got to put the gas lift in. Now this cap, you don't need it, so bin it. And this sort of just slides down, pressure fit into the 5-star base. There we go. That's in. That's what she said. It says only trained professionals can do things to this, so best leave it. It says that in a lot of languages. Must be important. So now it's time to get this out of the way and build the seat. So it doesn't really roll because there's no weight on it. Here's the seat, finished in a sort of black fabric. Fair bit of padding on it. Hopefully it won't lead to sore bums. So there is a right way and a wrong way to do this, and it appears that this is the right way. Oh no. This is the right way. So this little tensioner needs to be facing outwards, and this needs to be on the left side. We need the screws that there are 8 of. These guys, and I think you just put them in the 4 corners to start with. Now these ones need to be tightened, but the next 4 shouldn't be. I'll just fast forward this bit. Right, now it's suggesting we bend the chair over the table and put the back on. There's a lot of stuff on my table. There's Christmas presents. Bend it over the sofa? Yeah, let's do that. Back in a mo. The chair is now bent over the sofa. And got to screw the back down, although it says not to screw it down too tightly. So I think the arms connect to the back or something as well. So we'll just give it a little tighten, so there's a bit of wiggle room. Yeah, so that's on, but not too tight. Let's get back on the floor. Right, so it seems the next stage is putting the armrests onto the arms. And that is just 2 screws on each arm. Yeah, I'd say this is a job where you should do one a bit and then do another. And then take it in turns, tightening up each end. So these arms are fixed, they're not adjustable, so bear that in mind. There we go. One finished arm. I'll just speed through the next one because, you know, it's exactly the same. One moment, please. So now we have 2 finished arms, and we've got to get them on the chair. So I've got to put the chair over my knee and figure it out. So So this uses one of the two longest bolts. And again, this one says don't do it up tightly to start with. So we won't. Okay, so that's sort of in position, but not stupidly tight. And then we've got to screw it in the bottom. Right, and then once again, must tighten. Cool. Right, other side now. This is actually quite an easy build. I mean, most IKEA stuff is pretty easy. James has got a new cabin bed from IKEA, and that was complicated. Perfect. And then let's do these. And then I imagine it's a case of going round and tightening everything up. You obviously want it nice and tight because people will be sat on this. You don't want them yeeted out of the chair because of an unruly bolt. So yeah, we'll go and tighten up all the arm bolts, and then it says to tighten the ones that hold the back in position. Now you don't have to be like a hero, just hand tight, and a little extra squeeze is perfect. Hand tight, extra squeeze. Hand tight, hand tight, extra squeeze. Let's get these back ones tightened up. Don't have to watch that. So it's all tightened up and looks good to go. So now is the time for us to put it onto the gas lift, and hopefully we'll have a finished chair. Exciting. So I think the theory is you just plonk it on there. There we go. It has plonked. Actually looks quite nice. Right, I'm going to sit on it. Okay. Let's just adjust the camera angle so you're not looking at my crotch. Well, there you go. That's actually quite a comfy sit. So I can feel the back strap on the lumbar, and I've got it in rocking mode. I like having my chair in a sort of the free movement mode, so you can move backwards and forwards. It's really nice. It's not bad for 45 quid. I mean, I think for an adult, the arms are a bit small. Yeah, so controls, lift the lever up, going down, and then get up, and then let it rise. And then I think you push the lever in to lock it, and then you pull the lever out to put it in the rocking mode. Does it lock if I put it? No. Okay, so you can either have it locked in an upright position, or you can have it in the free movement mode, which is probably the best mode to have it in my opinion. But no, I'm actually quite surprised how comfy it is for a chair that costs £45. Now obviously I've only sat in it for a minute or two. I'm quite impressed with this Huvudspelare, however you say it. So yeah, there you go. I think the good thing is about getting this over some sort of random cheapo chair from eBay or Amazon is you know that IKEA have gone through loads of testing on this. So although it says it's certified for domestic use, that still means that IKEA have given it some testing to ensure that it is suitable for home use. Now, like a random chair that you could pick up from China or somewhere, with, you know, like I mentioned earlier, with all the fake leather cushions and, you know, probably LEDs built into it, you don't know what testing that's been through. And especially if you're going to let your kids sit on it and swing around, you want to put them on something that you know is safe, and this feels pretty good. I've got like a special orthopedic chair for me. You know, I don't have a funky gaming chair because, you know, I'm not 12. But, you know, I could sit on this quite happily. Well, Well, I'm quite surprised. I'm very surprised by that. IKEA is going into the sort of gaming market. There are gaming desks available, and there is a slightly more, well, there's a lot more expensive chair available. I think it's like £200. But for 45 quid, I don't think your child could go wrong with this. And, you know, I don't think if you're an adult, you could really go wrong with it. Well, there you go. Who'd have thunk it? A 45 quid chair is actually pretty good. So that is it from me for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Please do, if you enjoy the channel, make sure you subscribe. And if you really like the channel, then you can join it. And if you join from the £4.99 and above tier, you can see these videos before anyone else. Or if you just join at the 99p tier, then you help support this channel. And, you know, I can buy more IKEA chairs. But yeah, I quite enjoyed doing that. I hope you enjoyed a slightly different video, but for now, it's game over.